Good morning, class. This is Mr. Blakely, and today we want to go out of the box a little bit and talk about investigative report writing. Now, an investigative report is a written document prepared by a peace officer that records in detail the officer's observations and actions as they relate to a specific event or incident. Legal basis for report writing. Investigative reports, state and federal statutes mandate that law enforcement agencies report certain events and incidents. And most departments have their own structure on their report writing system. Penal Code Section 11107 requires each sheriff or police chief executive to furnish reports of specific misdemeanors and felonies to the Department of Justice. That's where good crime analysis come in, and they can keep the stats on the uniform crime structure worldwide through the Department of Justice. Now, in legal basis for the investigative reports continue. Now, such reports must describe the nature and character of each crime, note all the particular circumstances of that crime, and also include all additional or supplemental information pertaining to the suspected criminal activity. And normally crimes against persons such as homicides and assaults require a lengthy investigation. Now, the failure to file a report, peace officers have a legal and moral duty to investigate and report crimes or incidents that come to their attention. Failure to uphold this responsibility can have negative consequences for the officers. Just recently, a Ventura County deputy sheriff, made a wrong decision and did not file a report, and as a result of it, he was arrested. Also, failure to file a report, deliberate failure to report a crime may be considered a violation of the agency. Also, check policies in your departments when you get hired on them. Also, any officer who knowingly files a false police report will be guilty of a crime, which that Ventura deputy was. Penal Code Section 118.1. And the ethics involved, all reports are to be true, unbiased, and unprejudiced. Agency policies is a very important situation. Different agencies vary in their policies, regulations, and guidelines regarding the roles and responsibility of peace officers for writing investigative reports. It is the responsibility of each officer to be familiar with and follow that officer's specific agency policies. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to know your policies. This is a very structured one here, a good valid point that you need to remember, because it's gonna come back. Characteristics of an effective investigative reports are, first of all, factual, accurate, clear, concise, complete, and also timely. Back when I was a police officer, there was a lot of jargon used. Police jargon isn't used anymore. Field notes, another very important thing. They are abbreviated notations written by an officer in the field while investigating a specific incident or crime. Now, field notes are more reliable than an officer's memory. That's why we do field notes. Field notes are the primary source of information for the investigative report. Detailed notes reduce the need to recontact the involved parties at a later time. And also, field notes can be used to defend the credibility of an investigative report. That's why we note them and write them. Now, note-taking process, you listen attentively. Ask the person to recount what is happening, kind of like a cognitive interview. Keep the person focused. Also, listen carefully to what is being said. Take notes and ask questions. Obtain identification information. Also, ask the interviewee to repeat their account of what happened, and also ask additional questions. Now, if it's a training situation, the training officer is going to have the junior officer or the rookie write the report, when you get experience, you keep your notebook in your pocket till you're ready to record. Verify the information. Review the information with the person. Ask for confirmation. Make modifications or corrections as necessary, and also verify those changes. Remember, this is the most important part of the report. You're going to see these again. 6 questions answered by an effective investigative report. It's the who, what, where, why, how, and who and how it was done. Okay? You have to answer those. Fundamental content element. An effective investigative report contains initial information, how we got there, identification of a crime, also identification of the involved parties, witness victim statements, crime scene specifics, also property information and your officer's actions. So what did you do after you conducted that investigation? Any questions? If not, then I have 2 of them. Answer these questions and have them ready Thursday by midnight, okay? It's 2 questions. Thank you. Okay, number 1 is, what are the characteristics of an investigative report? And 2, what are the 6 questions answered by an effective investigative report? Have a good day, folks, and God bless.